Hi, I'm Justin with IFD Engineering, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to remove the PRV from the IFD, use the IFD adapter, and then reinstall the pressure relief valve at the end of the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with removing the shipping lock, which is the orange circular piece. Just turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise, remove it from the transformer, and set it aside for later. The next step in the process is to remove the pull ring and dust cover by unwinding the pull ring around the shaft like that, set it aside, pull off the dust cover, again set it aside. To remove the PRV shaft and spring, we're going to use this tool right here, which is the PRV removal tool. It's a white component, has a long nose at the one end with a couple of feet right off the point there. How we use that, slide it over the shaft with the feet pointing in, turn it so it goes as far in as it can, and then you want to push in, turn it about 1/8 of a turn, and then we'll be able to pull all of the components out. At this point, I like to reassemble the pressure relief valve so I don't lose the parts, and we do that just by installing the dust cover with the feet going down towards the shaft. We want to compress all of that together so we can get access to the hole in the top there, and then just winding on the pull ring like that. Now we have a completely reassembled PRV for reinstall later on. What we're going to do now is use the IFD adapter to install into the IFD, and that can be used to install any sort of pressure lines using the 1/4 inch NPT threads on the end of our tool here. How we use this tool is we insert the long metal nose into the IFD, give it a push to start the threads, and then tighten it up to hand tight, and that's good enough for it to do its job. And if you want to use a torque wrench, you can use this 42mm socket end here and torque it up to about 80 inch-pounds. At this point, the transformer is sealed and ready to be pressurized for your test. So upon completion of your test, the next thing you want to do is make sure you vent the transformer before you do anything else, and then simply to remove it, just unwind it from the IFD and remove the adapter, and now your transformer is ready to have the pressure relief valve installed. Okay, the final step in our process now is to reinstall the pressure relief valve. This is the component you're working with right here, and to do that, what we want to do is insert the long brass end into the IFD. Just give it a push, a quick little turn, and you should hear a click. And once you hear that click, that means the PRV has been installed. To check that, just give it a good firm tug. As long as it doesn't come out and feels nice and solid, then the PRV has been properly installed. The last step in the process now is to install the shipping lock. What the shipping lock does is prevent the IFD from an accidental activation from either oil splashing around during transit or any other sort of shock vibrations it might see before it gets out to service. To do that, you just want to align that center slot in the shipping lock with the pull ring on the dust cover, slide it through, push in fairly firmly, and 90 degrees until the bolt goes straight up and down. At that point, we've got an IFD that's ready for shipment. Thanks very much, and this is Justin from IFD Engineering.